No one heard me because my mic was off. Live from my basement. It's Thursday night. Woohoo! A couple people missing. That's a quick recap. We're playing Sailors on the Starless Sea. Sailors on the Starless Sea. Sorry for the first 5 minutes of that. 5 minutes.
You were complimenting us on having no life.
Yes, I'm complimenting my team on having no life. Hey, maybe before we get going. Christian hasn't watched. Ken, did you see the movie?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Noel's on.
Noel's on. All right.
Means he's driving here, right?
Are you, Noel? Are you on your way?
I am driving. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah, I'm driving. I'm about a half an hour away.
Wow. Where are you coming from?
Roanoke.
Yikes. It was track meet?
No. There was a hail damage out at the car dealership there. And so we were looking at cars.
Ooh. So you want to jump on one before other people got... What kind of car are you looking at?
Pacifica.
Pacifica. Are you going to pull the trigger?
They still need like 7 to 10 days to get the insurance prices down so they know what they can discount.
I see.
But yeah, maybe.
You have Molly with you?
Yeah, she just got out of the car. I'm actually in Peoria, head back to the house to grab my stuff to come to your place.
Okay, so I don't need to quick give Molly a character.
No.
Okay. So literally, we just got started. The first 3 minutes of this video didn't have sound. You should have heard the song. Wes is dying to sing that song again, but I think we'll just say no. That's okay. We can sing that another time.
We don't have enough people here.
I do have it queued up for those that want to practice the song. There is a karaoke version with actual singers behind it, so they can drown us out.
That would be nice. Yeah, I think you should add that to your title with the bouncing ball and the lyrics going across the bottom.
Yeah, so that is really one line and part of a chorus. Just so because you don't want to listen to a 3 minute, almost 4 minute intro song. Anyway, so this by Ixo Burr, IXO Burr. If we ever wanted to do the karaoke sing along, I can't play the damn song on my ukulele. It just sounded very quiet. All right. Last week after D&D, I went upstairs and I had to listen to it again. And I laid in bed and I watched that and I laughed and I laughed. All right, for a group of guys that weren't drunk, come on, all right, and we weren't intentionally being bad. It was comically bad, and part of it wasn't Ken's fault. Not saying he was good, but the delay,
The
like
delay
you said,
didn't help.
But it did add to the comically bad part of it.
Yeah. It's consistently coming in 2 seconds late.
A good second late.
I think part of it too is none of us except you knew what we were singing.
Oh yeah.
So
it was.
Yeah, we didn't know the tune, so
we didn't know the tune. We were
just
singing it.
Yeah.
We did sound drunk though, probably.
Oh, so good, so good that I dubbed the words to the intro song or really outro for my recap video for those of you that actually watched it. So last week we met as I jump over to. I should be doing the pick and pick thing and make just to validate. Nope, I'm not. Hey, there I am. Yeah, I did. I'm glad I checked. I don't want the pick and pick. I want the game layout. Right there we go. As my crowded table. There's Wes. Yeah, and Glenn's over there. Noel will be here pretty soon.
It's such a change from having to share the table with people.
Yeah. So much space. So much space. As we jump over to pick a pick, and I go over to Foundry. I want the Foundry on the internet. This Foundry. And if I zoom out, you might recall last week, we had just finished the Starless Portal under the Stars portal, whatever one. And I said a month had gone by, and you guys all were depressed about your adventure haunted you, both scared and anxious that you want to go again. And people are talking about you because people had died, and you were the survivors, and both admire and loathe you. But then the people from the town over said, "Hey, come help us out because our people keep going missing, and we think they're being carted off to this keep. Won't you come help us? And we'll help you. We'll join you as you go in." And you each got a couple henchmen, and you went to this keep. This keep, the Ruin Keep, as it's called, and you climbed up the collapsed wall and dodged rocks using your luck to dodge rocks. And,
Poorly.
yeah, I think you all but the guy that led you there made it.
We all failed our
we all
rolls
got
though,
hurt.
and we all had to use luck.
All had to use luck. As a DM, I'm loving that. That's a good thing. And then you went in and you tried to jump down a well, but were saved. You tried to fall down a pit, but you were saved. And then you went into a room and you battled an ooze. And then you finally went to the keep's only good tower. You went in and you fought a whole bunch of beast men. And they kind of handed it to you as they dropped 6 of our NPCs, our henchmen. And that's kind of where we ended our night. And so the cleric, Philomena, rushed up and healed one of her henchmen. And that's kind of where we ended our night. Freshly dead, and really not just dead, right? The beastmen, these 3 beastmen, they're not dead.
They're asleep. Right?
They're asleep. They're deep coma-like sleep
asleep,
as your uber-duber spell went off. So, for a cleric with the lay on hands ability, you can do that as many times as you dare.
Yeah.
It's all, fun and dandy until you fail. And then once you fail, that's when the disapproval starts.
Yep.
Eerie music in the background of the keep tonight. So if I jump and then I had a turn. Oh, I haven't opened it yet. I haven't opened up my spreadsheet where I keep my turn order. And for those that care, I have to flip over to it. Here it is.
I got the super. Yeah, was it up to 3 targets within range fall asleep for up to 1d4 hours? Does that sound right?
So yeah, it was
Okay.
pretty hardy.
Like 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. Okay.
So and then as the cleric was doing his devotional, he was reminded that his deity that he worships is Aristomus, the insightful one, demigoddess of trucing and strategy. And so, as I open up my screen here,
Not Artemis.
it does look like
Which is
Artemis.
the name of the moon mission. I just
Yes.
found out.
So on my turn, or if I just go by the initiative count that we had, Christian, we would start with you.
All right.
So the spell says
Okay,
they can
so we
be
got these
they can
two
be woken up by normal means. So don't kick them as you walk by if you go up the stairs.
But stab them.
Yeah.
And Christian, I have here that you have your rutabaga farmer, your ditch digger. Did you have one
And
more?
me outside.
And Orthic. Yep.
Yeah. Well. Well, my inkling is to have this Digger and Rutabaga Farmer go up the stairs and try to take out these last two.
Okay.
Well, there's one on the floor over by the door, right?
Yeah,
Am I
there
seeing that
is.
right?
Yep, right here, this beast man, lying there snoozing.
I put him to sleep. I don't remember.
So these two you got early, and then at the end you got this one with the really strong.
Oh, he was the 20? Okay. So I don't know if anybody wrote down how long those I got for those two. I don't remember.
We're saying a couple hours. You feel, and would you even know, right? You would know how strong your spell is, and that it's likely a couple hours.
Yeah, but 24 hours, then it's at least 1 hour.
Well, that's if I did really well. If it's
Oh.
it's the middle one is 1d6 turns. Yeah. So the two middle, so it's probably more likely was that it was
A few turns.
a few turns. I don't. Yeah.
I'd say it seemed like stabbing them is a good plan.
We didn't have our super scribe here writing down every little detail.
And I don't want to encourage him. That felt like a lot of work for him.
Yeah, it was.
And it's really more than that
So
was necessary.
anyway, so yes, so they're going to be asleep for at least a few minutes, but if you kick them or touch them, they're going to wake up.
Okay, so then maybe we don't want to do that.
What if you throw them off the platform? That'll wake them up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
How much damage?
Oh, wait.
Do you remember how many hit
Or-
points they have?
One of them fell off and did die because it landed on its head. But,
Okay.
but there's no guarantee that'll
no
work.
guarantee, but yeah.
Now, I mean, fair
I'm
point.
stepping away. I'm stepping away for a minute, guys.
Okay.
It's true. We could just walk past them and go upstairs, but they're gonna wake up eventually. So if you got a way you think to dispatch them now while they're down, up to you.
It would make sense to.
It is Christian's turn. What would you like to do, bud?
Or at least tie them
Well,
up.
these fellows have taken their. If they're not, it's not like they're wearing armor or anything like that, and these things are asleep. I'm gonna go check out this door.
Okay. You walk up the door, you try the handle, and it seems to be locked.
What
And-
do I got to work with?
And our
One
one
second.
thief just decided to step away for a minute.
Okay.
And as your characters do that, as the Rutabaga Farmer and the Ditch Digger do that, they get a closer look at this beast man, and they say, "Oh my God, that's Joe!
Oh, cripes.
That's the butcher! That's the town butcher! He's been missing for a month."
That's what they said about
Oh
the beast
my.
man that's on the floor here, right in front of us.
Yeah, this guy,
Ooh,
Joe the Butcher. Yikes. Well, that's unfortunate.
Someone's
However,
Turn
Ditch Digger's gonna take his shovel and see if he can't pry the. If I'm assuming if the image is as it is, double doors with a seam in the middle,
Yeah.
he's gonna try to put his shovel blade between the seam and
Yeah.
see if he can't open them up.
Why don't you give me an attack on the door? Or rather, just roll me damage.
All right, 1 second.
is there dead ones from last week?
Let's see.
yeah.
Can I see
Okay,
that?
1
'Cause
second.
I don't think we scavenged their stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you poke and prod at the door, and the wood starts to splinter. You try to wedge it in there, and you don't seem to be getting much purchase as far as a lever's concerned, but you're chipping away at the wood.
Okay. Well.
On your turn.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so he's trying that. He's getting some stuff done, but whatever. let's see. Having noticed or
Wes, you're
heard
on
that
deck.
things have quieted down, Orthic, can he enter the room?
Of course.
Baklava.
Yep.
I will not step on that guy.
Wait a little bit.
I'll make my way pass through my people here. And let's see here.
Does it take up your turn to scavenge stuff off of
Yes.
Okay. There are some dead bodies with stuff
Yep.
if you want to scavenge, Christian. But I guess
Oh.
that takes up your turn.
We're doing loose turns. We're not really in initiative at this point. We're just
Okay.
making sure everyone gets a turn.
Yeah, I guess
Back.
I'll.
So your ditch
I don't
digger
wanna-
tried the
I don't
door.
want to mess with that. So I'll. If there's a body over here somewhere or something, Orthic, I'll check one of the downed beast people that I think fell in here. Oh,
Okay, yeah. And so you look, and Glenn, what did you have on your hand on right there? What was that? Yeah, well-
That was somebody else's. Do you want mine or the
That one right there, what's it say is in
woodcutter?
the,
Had a bundle of wood, a small sack, and a hand axe.
and some coins, I'm sure.
And yes,
Yeah, he had thrown the wood.
okay.
But 43 copper pieces.
So you take that? What do you? There's an axe and some coins that might be of interest.
I'll definitely take the axe. I could use a better weapon.
Okay. It says 1d6 plus 1.
Yeah, 1d6 plus whatever.
No, 1d6 plus your strength.
Strength.
Oh, okay.
It's not magical.
Okay.
I wish.
Hey, it's better than my chisel dagger by a bit. So, okay, I'll take the axe and I'm not the greedy sort, so I'll
There's also spears laying on the ground here and there and everywhere.
okay, might pick one of those too. What are those good for? 1d what?
1d8.
Oh, sweet. All right. Orthic will take a spear, the axe, and
So you're taking the coins too, right?
yeah. Was it 43 copper? Is that what I heard?
Yep.
All right.
All right, Wes, you're up.
So what I was debating is, I mean, we've got to dispatch. Well, to kill a beast man that they recognize, do we have a way of? We don't. I mean, if this was D&D and we were a higher level, we'd like try a greater restoration on them or something. But this isn't, and we're not. So, do we have any way of? You probably know the rules of this better than
No, well,
but-
the short answer is going to be no, but you haven't finished your question yet.
yeah, any way of like
Yeah, fixing them.
fixing them, undoing, yeah.
No, at least not with what you've learned and found so far in the castle. There's the upstairs, and then there's this door, whatever's behind this door.
Whatever her name is. Glinda did not give me a spell of unbeastify people.
And that feels more like a cleric type of thing to do.
Right, but yeah.
But you are level 1.
Right.
Gloriana.
Yeah.
Gloria, Gloria. I have to sing that every day now.
And so the ditch digger did some damage to the door, but didn't really seem to.
Right. There are other people that are injured.
That is
There's
true.
also a crowbar and a 10-foot pole stuck in the door from other people that were trying to open it, if you want to
And
get in
a
on
thief. And who knows if any of these bodies would have keys on them.
Ah. Well,
Oh.
that. Beasts have pockets?
okay. Who's injured? And could use.
Oh. Actually, I'm not. other than the dead people.
Christian or Ken or any of your...
I mean, my caravan guard is down some hit points. The other two are dead.
My digger is down pretty heavily from where he was. But I know that Ken's caravan guard is kind of his lead guy, so I understand the desire to heal him first.
And that's your only character left, Ken, right?
Correct.
Are you
The
guys
other two met some unfortunate spears.
Are you guys both down to one character?
No, I'm
Noel
actually
is-
still running 3.
Okay. And Noel's down to one. Okay.
Glenn, are you down to one character?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he's not hurt.
Okay. So Philomena will heal the caravan guard, or attempt to lay on hands. Now I need to remember what you actually do to do that.
You know, and that's what Gloriana's going to want you.
And
What's that song you're humming? I love it.
And the official music video starts with a disco ball.
What are the rules for laying on hands? Okay.
It starts with the D20, first of all.
I'm actually grabbing a D20. There we go.
And a cleric, I believe, is your personality modifier.
It's a D20 plus personality plus caster level. So it's, for me, D20 plus 2.
There you go. You're looking for a 12.
12.
All right, 10 plus 2 would be 12.
12 plus 2,
is
14.
So
Um,
they have a chart for that.
and then I
believe everyone's lawful.
hope so. And then, so what is the caravan guard's dice?
Yeah, so Caravan Guard was
Dice?
was your primary character, so he has 1 hit dice. So
Yeah.
you get, Glenn, you would get
Or Ken?
Ken gets 1 hit dice worth of hit points back.
I think is a D12.
Is he fight? Yeah, he is. Yep. It's
He's a
D12.
warrior. Yeah. Yeah, roll 1d12. That's what I did.
All right, somebody needs to roll.
I figured Westwood.
Oh, I figured you were. Okay, I can roll though.
D12.
There's so many dice to choose from now, and it's confusing me. Okay, that is the 12. 2.
2!
At this level, that's a big deal. That could be
Yeah.
25% of his health.
Well, and you weren't going to let us go above where we
It
started,
is
right?
actually 25% of my health.
You can't go above. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't do that in D&D either.
Yeah.
Not normally. But you can press your luck. You can just keep doing this to your heart's
Once per turn, though, right?
Oh, of course. That's right. Once per turn.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
Just to make sure, since I don't have to subtract off my stamina
Yes.
modifier like I would
Yeah.
for...
You do.
All right. Well, it's 1 point of healing then.
1 point of healing.
How does that work?
Yeah, you have to modify it by your stamina. So when you get your hit dice, when you take a long rest, you get a hit dice back. No, you don't get hit dice. When you take a long rest, you just get 1 point back. No, this can't be right. It has to be 1 hit dice. 1 hit dice back. I'll have to look that up. 1 hit dice makes more sense than just 1. But you'd have to modify that by your stamina. Stamina?
You have to subtract your stamina
Or
modifier.
what? No. Modify it. Some people have a negative stamina.
Oh, okay.
It's
It doesn't
not.
say anything here about modifying it, but
It might just be for leveling up and rolling.
Maybe it is. Fine, I'm feeling like you need it. Take 2 points of hit points.
Yay!
But as limited as it was and as low the roll was, give him what it. Give him what he.
But I
can take.
suspect you'll be doing a lot of that. So that was Wes. What about your other character?
Yeah, that was Filomena. That was then. Who's the next one over? Yeah.
That's your butcher.
Okay.
Oh, the other butcher.
Yes, the other butcher.
He walks up and takes a look. What? That's a butcher. That's his competitor. It's the other butcher in town.
He was happy that this butcher disappeared.
Probably, I didn't like the guy, but I hate to see him.
Hate to see him like that.
Well, we're buying sushi at Hy-Vee, sounds like, and a few other things.
I was going to say, someone's at the store. Butch, the butcher, is going to check out these beastmen and see if they have anything on them that would
All
be
right, so we
useful.
already did one. Why don't you just do the next one? Pick. Does there another one there, or do one Glenn's?
the beastmen.
Oh, the Beastmen. The Beastmen. So the Beastmen have just rudimentary loincloths on their person. They really don't have any.
No key rings.
No. At least none of these do.
Okay.
None of the ones down here that have died have.
Okay. In that case, could the butcher get up the stairs to those?
You can get to here.
Let me-
Feels like a pretty generous movement.
Okay. The next turn, he'll check those
All right.
beastmen out.
Hey, Noel.
I was trying to see if I could mute him.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, do you want to mute your phone?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was.
I suspected you didn't.
I'll be back in my car in a minute here.
Okay.
You should be quiet now.
Ken, what would you like to do? Ken?
Okay, I would like to start running up the stairs.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get to this first dozing beast man. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so with a cursory look, does he look like one of the townspeople as well?
No, your Ken is not there, but there is a humanoid esqueness to it, if you know what I mean.
Yes, okay.
You weren't from this town, right? This guy wasn't. This is the one you use in the portal.
Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, alright, that'll do it.
All right, and
Because I think I dash, right?
yeah, kind of,
Or
yeah,
whatever the equivalent is.
yeah. Noel is getting in his car. We'll give him a turn. Glenn, why don't we go ahead and do you until Noel gets set.
Okay. So my guy's the wizard. Is he the one in the doorway there?
Yeah, this guy right
Yep.
here.
Okay. So he's going to step over near the double doors. It's where my two henchmen fell.
Yeah.
And he's going to loot their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you can carry more than one weapon, right? Or,
You have two hands.
okay.
So unless it's something you can like an axe, I was thinking, okay, he can tuck that in his belt pretty easy.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Well, yeah. So the sling and a knife.
okay, that seems like stuff you can tuck in your belt.
Okay. And let's see, and the money, and then I got the crowbar, pole, or a longsword.
Yeah. So tell me how you're carrying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, would a wizard want to be going around with a longsword? I don't know. Or do we care?
Well, so there's some of them can, right? So if you look at your character, if we go, let's go over to here, and we go to the wizard. And weapon training. Wizard is trained in the use of dagger, longbow, longsword, short sword, staff.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll pick up the sword too, and I guess I'll leave the crowbar or the pole if somebody else wants those.
Okay, so you're carrying around was it short sword or long sword?
Long sword.
All right. So you have one hand is your long sword. Mm-hmm. The other hand you were gonna leave free so you could do your oogly boogly.
Yes.
Like it.
And there was also the trapper had a special hide he found that was worth 50 gold. So
you gotta
throw that over my back.
Yep. Good.
Okay. So
and that feels like a good turn, doesn't it? Noel, we're back to you, bud. You with us?
Yes. You hear me?
Yep. So, what you keep hearing people talk about a locked door.
Well, I was behind the door, so I'm assuming it's the one that's inside to the left of the entrance
Yep.
to the tower, right?
Would you like?
So I'll go in there and I'll offer my services and try to pick it.
Okay. Do you remember what your lockpick? I can look it up. What?
Yeah, well, my sheet should be right there with my spot.
No, you have it in your hand.
Just gonna let you read it.
Lockpicking. Thieves' tools, maybe.
I mean, it has thieves' tools.
Okay, and well, there's a block that has
Thief abilities.
There you go, in there somewhere.
Pick lock. +1/+1. I don't know what that means.
We'll call it +2. It's +1 for the ability and +1 for his. So
add them together.
Yeah, add them together. So it's
Okay.
a D20 +2 if you want to roll it for him.
Do you want to roll it?
D20.
Yeah, you got your
12.
12 +2. 14.
All right. So after a moment of picking around in it, the door kind of pops open just an inch.
What you would have noticed, guys, is when I went in there and I started to reach for my thieves' tools, I didn't actually pull out my thieves' tools. I pulled out a pair of black leather gloves, fancy-looking black leather gloves. Put those on, and then I grabbed my thieves' kit and started messing around.
No one's got to ask him about that.
Well, he's a glove maker, so
That's right.
it's just what he does, right? As far as we know.
So the door pops open. He looks back at you guys, and now what?
I'll check for traps.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you've already opened the door, unlocked the door. It swung open a little bit. There's no roll necessary. No seeming traps outside of the door.
And I'll open the door with confidence and suave and say, "Et voila."
And voila.
And steps into a bottomless pit.
I mean, you feel the I don't know. Maybe there's a description for this. Maybe I should read it, huh? As you open the door, a cool breeze wafts up. Maybe even a hint of saltiness in the air. As you look down a dark there's a small landing before the stairs heading down. So that's what you see at the top as you open these doors.
It smells like salt.
Oh, a cool, moist breeze wafts up through the hallways, and there's almost an air of saltiness. So, I think that's a pretty good turn for Noel. We're back to the top of the order with Christian. Christian? Muted, maybe?
Yep, sorry. Okay. So the digger will step in.
Steps in.
See, plummet down a door. No.
Starts. The digger starts down the stairs.
Yep, and my farmer will be close behind.
Yeah.
And Orthic will lumber past, and he'll follow his guys.
All right. So I guess the question is, are we done up here?
No.
Okay. That's Christian's heads down. That's fine. And so we'll see what you find out next time. Wes, we'll come to you.
Okay. The barber, who I believe is outside still,
Yep.
will come in. Probably would have been closer to start with anyways.
That's
but
fine.
anyways, yeah. And will follow.
They say, hey, they started to go down, and you're going to
We
follow.
found something, behind the door or whatever, and yeah.
Okay.
We'll follow. But I guess I didn't hear. Did the caravan guard find anything on that beastman?
No. The beastmen don't seem to have anything but tattered clothing.
So these are just like the others.
Yeah, and there is some air of they've been mutated humanoids.
Right. I guess with that information, the butcher will turn back. Like, okay, no,
Turn back?
he's the one halfway up the steps.
Oh. As you hear the caravan guard dude
yeah,
say, hey, there's nothing on this body.
nothing on him.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I'm trying to keep my folks a little spread out. Learning. The butcher will go down the steps, but not right behind the barber. So, like, we'll let a few more go and then
okay.
go in.
Yeah, and about now is when you hear a sound off coming down the parapet. Is that what you would call this? Like, so someone
above somewhere.
From this direction, someone calling.
Okay.
In a guttural, beastly type of voice. And we go, yep.
The under
got it. We set the over under at 7:00. So
You're also correct.
yeah.
We heard checkout noises. And so Glenn said, "Oh, someone's getting sushi at Hy-Vee."
And Ken, you hear this best of all from your vantage point. You hear someone coming, someone or something coming.
Yeah. All right. So the only person coming up behind me has retreated.
Yeah. The question is fight or flight.
Yeah, I think flight. It's the way to go.
You can move and dash and get inside the doors.
Yeah, let's do it. Retreat.
And we're back to you, Noel.
Oh, crap.
You just saw the caravan guard says, "Oh, something's coming!" And he dashes into the door.
So I'll take a position right next to the door. Wherever there's a shadow, I'm going to try to hide.
Okay. Well, the best shadow. Well, this is all kind of shadowed. So that's fine. All right.
You want me to roll to hide successfully?
Sure. Give me a roll. We'll set a difficulty
It
class.
says 22, so it can't be that. That looks like a 20. Yeah, maybe not.
This is a 20.
Thank you. 20 natural.
Oh yeah, you find
Sorry, I
some.
wasted my 20.
There's some furs kind of piled up, and with your small size, they kind of mountain around, and you really feel that you're hidden really well. All right, that was Noel Glenn. Oh, something's coming! Something's coming!
Oh man.
Something's coming!
All right, I guess I'll head down the stairs, but yeah. Or
You're not there at this.
I will follow the train of people, but I'm hanging near the back.
I mean, you get in where you get in.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Put me. Put me in. There you go.
And back to Christian. Christian, you get to the bottom of the stairs. There's a landing, and you get to the bottom of the stairs, and you see three. It looks like 3 coins on the ground.
Pick them up. Pick them up.
I was rooting the opposite.
Yeah. What color coin?
Goldish. Matter of fact, your nose might twitch
and, then,
at the sight of them.
and you stop, and 6 people behind you.
Right. Orthic will ask not ask. He'll tell the digger. Pick up one of those and let me see if it's real. So the ditch digger will pick up the first coin closest to him.
Boy, this works better when I just make shit up and don't try to follow the rules. You pause for an instant on the broad stone steps. The hint of gold glimmers at the edge of your light, several steps below. Close inspection reveals the glimmer to be entirely mundane. 3 gold pieces forgotten on the gray stone step. Yeah,
Awesome.
so he picks them up and, there's a little bit. I don't know, they seem like gold to me, boss.
All right. Well, hang on to those. All right. Well, that was just a matter of is that like all our movement to get down to that level?
Your movement puts you in this hallway. There's a doorway at the other end. There's doors to your right and left. And these doors are doorways, and they're not. The doorway is an exaggeration. These are secret passages that are left slightly ajar.
Okay. Are we changing maps, or are we just winging it on this?
Oh,
brown
I'm
wall?
sorry. I did change maps.
'Cause I'm not seeing it. There.
Yeah, and that's partially because we're not all here yet.
Sure.
So you might say you wait until everyone gets down here before you go any further?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay. And that took care of these 3.
All of those bodies have been pilfered, right? That are in the room that I'm in.
I don't think anyone's pilfered my 2 guys.
So, would
Absolutely. Seeing that everybody went down the stairs.
well, careful. You know something's coming.
But everybody already went downstairs, right?
So I'm gonna retroactive for your character because you were kind of in limbo there driving. All right, you could have spent that time before you'd opened the door. You could have been looting the bodies.
Okay.
All right. So Chip, right? That's your character. Chip loots Ken's 2 dead characters' bodies. What does he get?
Just text it to me when you get a chance. I don't want
Okay.
to take any more time.
Can do.
There's
I
also,
might have to text it to you tomorrow because I don't have my notes for the things I picked up.
That's fine as long as I don't need it to survive tonight.
there's also
Well,
a
you
pole.
might. You never know. It's a nice set of armor.
That's true.
There's also a crowbar and a 10-foot pole lying on the ground if you care.
Crowbar? Definitely.
Now, as I was telling Glenn earlier, Encumbrance is basically you tell me where you're carrying this stuff, right? If it's something you can just a knife you can tuck in your belt, fine. A hammer you can tuck, or a hand axe you can tuck in your belt, fine. But if you're not carrying a sword, a pole, a spear, you have two hands.
All right. So the crowbar, and what was the other thing?
10-foot pole.
I don't need a 10-foot pole.
I
I
was-
would,
Yeah.
I have a small sack. I don't know if that's big enough to hold the crowbar. Like, is this a honking crowbar? Or is it a crowbar?
Says a
I think of a crowbar as what 3 feet long.
Yeah.
Probably a small sack.
A small sack. Well, no, that's a real small
Like a
sack.
grocery bag?
A lunch bag. Maybe even a Kroger bag.
That Kroger bag.
Kroger bag.
So yeah, I'll put that in the Kroger bag. It'll stick out probably.
Yeah.
Crowbar. And I have a hand axe. And what else do I have? I have 2 daggers, a spear, which I'm going to drop that. I'll leave it with all the other spears. And a cudgel.
And this was all retroactive, right? This is retroactive. Because on your turn, you see a shadow kind of
Oh, it's
approaching.
coming from up there. I thought it was coming from where we just opened. Okay, I would have
No.
definitely gone in. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had my orientation wrong.
But did I skip you? I might have, because I still have Philomena up here.
Yeah, I didn't move her last.
I might have
Sure.
skipped you. You didn't? Did you mean to? Did you want to?
My intention was for them to all go down, but spreading them out. Like the butcher
Yeah.
would go next, and
Alright.
then, a few more, and then Philomena would go.
You come to the door, and you almost hard to see is Chip kind of hiding in the shadows there. And who would like to go first? Do you duck into the doors?
If nobody else is going, then
I would say you should go first.
yeah, okay.
And then you all go downstairs?
Protect the cleric. Yes.
I think I have everyone. And we'll activate the screen. I don't think I got everyone. We had him. We had her. These two. Oh, maybe they were just stacked up.
Yeah.
Glenn's Wizard, Wes's Butcher. The Caravan Guard was up further. All right, I think that's good. Am I missing anyone?
No, it's good.
I think the barber
think
was
you're
in,
good.
barber was in front of the caravan guard.
Okay.
I believe, yeah.
You can jostle positions a little bit on the stairs. All right. So you have doors to the left and to the right. Christian, they seem to have joined you. As you close the door, as you come through the door, you did see this creature, and you might have, from behind the door, you say, "Hey, rah, rah, rah," and he kicks at something and like maybe waking them up. Get up!
This was just as I was closing the door from
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah.
We didn't kill him? I thought we killed him.
No, I put him to sleep.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, I thought you guys didn't bother to stab him.
Nope.
No.
Hey, we're lawful. We're not
would've-
murderers.
And that would have woken him up.
And that plus, the local henchmen recognized them.
Oh.
They had
Yeah.
faces of
I was going to until that, and then I was like, well, lawful, like, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit different.
Like,
hey, that's
Still,
Joe
I
the
was with
Butcher.
Sam.
No,
right, like,
no,
maybe we'll find the key to curing them somewhere
Right.
in here.
Maybe. Christian, you're in the lead. You got doors to your left and right, or above and below. as the screen indicates?
We'll go to the left or up.
Up. All right. The narrow hall, there's this narrow little hall as you poke your head in. The narrow hall is lined with cut stone blocks. Dusty cobwebs hang from the low ceiling, and time itself seems to weigh upon this ancient place. A trio of upended chests rest in the shadows in the rear of the chamber amid scattering of coins. Tracks in the dust record the path of recent looters.
Recent.
Yeah. Okay, tracks, but do I see blood, bone, evidence of recent looters?
Well, you see the tracks of recent looters, but you don't see any blood or bones.
All right. And you said the chests are open, is that right?
Two of them are.
More. Okay. The two on the right wall, or?
Sure. The one on the left is closed.
All right. The ditch digger would like to look inside the open chest just to see if there's anything left, or.
Well, like I said, there's coins kind of scattered on the ground, and you get over to the chest, and there's nothing in them.
And then, all right. Well, we've established that these folks are from a fairly poor town, so he's gonna scoop a few coins off the floor.
Okay.
Brace for impact.
So yeah, he gets 10 copper pieces, 6 silver pieces, and 4 gold pieces.
Ooh. He's rich.
10 copper.
Yeah.
Relatively.
What's that again? 10 copper.
10, 6, and 4.
6 and 4. Got it.
And then there's the your rutabaga farmer and Orthic. What do they do?
Farmer's going to stay in the hall. Orthic will. I can't get through that. You're going to have to move him past the door. I keep getting an error.
Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna go in there with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to take see if he takes a sniff and see if he smells gold or gems with this closed chest.
All right. He puts his nose to the chest. Now, mind you, it is closed, right?
Yep.
And he takes a nice big and give me an intelligence check.
Okay. On a D20?
Yep, on a D20. Add your modifier if you have one. Nice. You are certain there is at least some amount of gold in there.
All right. As I am a chest maker by trade,
Yeah.
I'm going to look and see if there's, like, I want to take a look at the craftsmanship of this chest. I want to see, is this a sturdy, well-made chest? Is this a haphazard chest? Is there maybe hinge pins I could knock
Yeah,
out.
absolutely. And because of your background in chess making, I'm going to let you go up one die to a D24 instead of a D20.
Awesome.
$11. So as you look at this, now you haven't opened it yet, but what you see is that there's an extra row of brads, nails in a spot where you wouldn't normally expect it to be. As far as the craftsmanship of it, seems like a pretty well crafted chest, sturdy. But there is an odd row of nails, brads, around the bottom, around about an inch above the bottom.
All right. I assume, is there an external visible lock, like a padlock, or?
Yeah, there's a little hook and then the metal plate that goes under it, and there's a place for a padlock that would go in there to lock it closed, but there's no padlock on it.
Okay, so it's closed, but not necessarily locked, as far as we can tell.
Yeah, so if it were to be locked, it would have a normal keyed padlock that would be hooking it shut, but there's just not one there.
All right. Well, fortune favors the brave. I will use my newly acquired spear to attempt to flip the lid open from, I don't know.
Yeah, from 2 feet away, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, you poke at it with the spear, you flip the lid open. Yeah, you look in, there's nothing in there. But your nose tells you different.
Yep.
There haven't been any traps so far.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna take my newly acquired hand axe off my belt, and I'm gonna take a swipe at the interior bottom of that chest to see if there's something underneath it.
And almost with a tear in your eye to do that, though, Mr. Chessmaker. As you do, sure enough, the bottom splinters open, and as you hit it down, a small swiveling blade rotates in and out and clanks against the axe head. As if you would have done that, you would have had a DC 15 reflex save, and you would have been struck by a slim scything blade trap.
First trap.
But you didn't. You used an axe, and inside the compartment you find 2 silver rings inset with emeralds, and you believe those would be about 15 gold each. You also find a silk tabard stitched with the sigil of chaos. It's quality make you think it might be worth like 5 gold pieces. And there's a steel vial, and when you look at it, you see a black oily substance. Drink it.
Drink it.
All right. I will.
Drink it?
Oh.
Hand it to the halfling to drink?
Sure.
No. I will.
Add it to your inventory?
Get her.
All right.
All these.
That's all that's in this room.
Okay.
And
That's a
so,
good turn.
Wes, I'm just going down the row at this point. What would the barber do?
Step on up. Yeah.
Would he go to the room that's already being investigated, or poke his head through this other door?
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize the door that. Yeah, he would poke his head into the other door.
All right. So this basement gets a little cool, and that's my space heater. All right, that takes us up to B1. And as you poke your head in that door, you get a wave of, like, your barber, of cool, like ice shack, cold air comes at you. Where is it? A strange and foreboding portal bars your way. The portal is circumscribed in runes. At the center of the portal being door, these guys like to use door, is a large pentagram inscribed within a circle. Both the runes and the pentagram are set with silver and seem glimmering faintly in the dim light. Runes.
So it's a barred door with a pentagram and runes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a doorknob?
Sure.
So
There's a little iron hook.
old doorknob, and like barred. Is it barred on the outside, or is it just like barred as in it's locked and it won't open?
It's locked and it won't. Yeah, it's locked and it won't open.
Okay. So the barber would say, "Oh, locked door. Maybe one for the thief." And then we'll.
You give it a push and it moves just slightly, but it's too heavy for you. It's not locked.
Too heavy. Okay.
Yeah, you feel like if you want to open this, it's going to take more than just you. And the runes, they seem to be a language, right? They're a statement that you just can't read.
Barber would probably keep going, like, "Oh, something seems to be
All right.
blocking the way," or whatever.
And you just
Yeah.
push forward?
Yeah.
All right. Ken, you're behind the barber.
Yeah. I mean, push forward. That room is pretty well covered, so no need to go in there. Yeah, let's go check out what this main room is.
So you can go up with the barber?
Either in this. Yeah. But I'll poke my head into the next room.
So this room? All right.
I'm not scared.
Yeah. Why should you be scared?
No reason whatsoever.
Full of turtles.
So, yeah, that's what they are.
Turtle.
Wide stone steps descend into a long hall. The walls are decorated with elaborate tile mosaics depicting foul ceremonies to horrific and baleful fiends. The walls are slick with condensation and black algae. The condensation runs in rivulets and collects in a long, brackish pool set in the center of the hall. Can you imagine being a writer? How bored you must get with using the same typical words all the time.
Rivulets.
So now you have to worry rivulets and brackish. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not just this module. As I read the handbook, guidebook, it's full of crap like that too. It's like they delight in using non-common words, which is fine. It's just it challenges me. All right, so that's what you see.
And what is that in the pool?
Would the barber like to step up and take a peek?
Sure.
All right, he looks down into the pool. And make me a luck check. How's his? Oh, so this is another thing. So in the don't do it yet. So in the role playing guide, it says to do a luck check, you have to roll under your luck score. But here in this guidebook, it says make a DC 15 luck check. So roll a D20 and add your modifier.
So he's trying to get above 15 or below it?
Yeah.
I think he wants above it.
I would prefer below.
Well, maybe it's a good thing.
16 minus 2, 14.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you see.
I'll give him one luck.
Well, so you're not quite there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the problem with this, right? I'm doing this in
Well,
turn
everybody's
order.
kind of moving ahead.
Yeah.
Not sticking together, so it's
Yeah. So
we're learning as
you guys
yeah.
are investigating that, right? And Ken, you probably up there with them. You look to the left and right. One thing that wasn't in the description, you see these alcoves, and the alcoves you see hanging from the wall are these tattered cloaks.
Okay.
But there's a pool, and there's dark water, and as you look closely, you see the bottom of the pool
Skulls.
with glowing greenish eyes.
And we'll find out what the luck check did later.
The wizard, Glenn.
Okay,
Everyone's pushed down here.
Hang on. When we came in to this stairwell, which way did the doors go?
Which way would you like them to go?
I would like them to open in towards where we are now.
then they went out.
Sure.
Okay. And who's at the back of the line there?
The halfling.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess,
You can push back up there if you want.
well, I was just thinking maybe I would just yell back to him, bar the door,
Okay.
since you picked up the crowbar.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna ask the little halfling to do this. That's fine.
All right, I'll go back and help him do it. So,
Oh yeah, I mean you got the cleric back there too, and the butcher.
Candlestick maker.
it's my idea. So,
I mean
I
you
will-
started here.
yeah. So I'll go back and snag the crowbar out of his bag. And I guess if there's handles on this side, are there handles on this side of the door that I could like put the bar through?
I'm picturing, in my mind, I'm picturing like a ring that people would use to push and pull. So I don't know that would really bar the door in its entirety. If you were to jam it underneath the door,
That'd be, yeah, the other option would be to, yeah.
that makes sense to me. And I would have you do.
Is it 2 doors or is it just 1 door?
The picture may look like two.
The picture did make it look like 2 doors. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah, so there would be, in that case, there would be 2 hanging hoops.
seeing what he's trying to do, I would offer him rope.
You bet. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
have
we could
rope?
tie. Yeah.
So put the bar in there and use the rope to tie it up.
All right.
So
So, give me either an intelligence check or a strength check, whichever is better for you.
okay, on a D20,
Yep.
and I get to add the modifier.
Sure.
I don't care what my number is. I just get to add the modifier.
Yeah, add your modifier.
Okay, so strength. Whee! 9.
After modified?
Yeah.
All right. And how about the halfling?
Oh, what do I have to do?
You're helping him.
Oh, sure.
Put your finger here.
4 plus.
Put your nose there.
I mean, you tied it. You pulled it nice and tight. You put a little bow on it. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm just trying to slow down the pursuit.
I would take 5 feet of rope and then rip it apart. Does it take time to do that?
Probably.
All right, and then
I got a knife.
well, so rope is like bound
Yeah,
together.
yeah, they probably have
3 strands,
yeah.
which is probably more. I'm thinking, it's a rope like this big.
You got to carry around a rope 20.
I don't know, 50-foot rope. I don't know.
That's
50-foot rope
50-foot
that
rope that's
thick?
supposed to carry a person
Probably
would
like
be,
a half inch.
Yeah.
would it be at least that?
Half inch, I would think.
Alright, so then I would just leave
say it was
it.
supposed to carry
Yeah,
a
no,
person.
not that much.
It'd be like
So what, 10 feet of rope?
Tying up my
Sure,
my
like
yacht.
10 feet like
rope.
you,
You
grab-
cut off 10 feet of rope.
It's like
and
you took your wife's clothesline on the way out of town.
Yeah.
you cut off 10 feet of the rope and you tied it off. That's fine.
Okay.
Alright, 40 foot.
All right. That's those two. Wes, your butcher, your cleric.
Would yeah, they would follow. I assume well they're dealing with the door, but everybody's gonna
So do you push forward into the room? You peek in there. You see them dealing with the.
dealing with the chest.
Chest.
They probably
This-
poke on that door as well and see that
It's pretty heavy.
pretty heavy, and they're like, okay, keep going.
And they can come down in here.
Yep. I'm not sure I want all my people in one room, but okay.
You put them wherever you want.
Experience says no, you don't.
Experience as Philomena's can hold back a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Those laser beams shoot.
You have the
against
mosaics.
those
Would
eyes.
you guys like to see those mosaics?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's
Please.
see if we have a picture of those mosaics. Journal. We are Sailors Starless Sea. Handouts. Why would they not give me the... Oh, that's crap. Well, you need to be able to see these. Do. See him? See that? Let me try this. Do this. I'm gonna flip them around. Hold on a second.
Screenshot and rotate.
I'm gonna try. Photoshop. Another skill I taught myself in. Kind of taught myself. Oh, wait a sec. Control Z. Oh, just not accept. Just do image,
Was it this button?
Right.
rotate.
That looks like a rotate button.
Which way is the top?
Right. Yeah.
At the bottom.
All right.
Yeah, that is the rotate button. You just can't see the words.
So there's the east wall. Nothing ominous about that, huh?
Sacrificing young ladies.
To Cthulhu.
Yeah, it looks good.
You see, yeah, there's something coming from the
Looks
depths.
like a fun Friday night to me. I don't know about you guys.
Hey, it's Thursday.
Well, that's Friday night. You do
And
that.
then,
Oh, okay.
yeah, now we're having the party. Woo!
Yeah.
Look at- oh, and we're fighting monsters and making lightning bolts come out of us with our dripping scepter with a skull on top.
It's an ice cream cone.
Oh, yeah, it's melting.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, this guy has a little shield on him.
it's
That's
just
kind of cool.
just a coincidence that looks like a skull. It's not actually a skull. Yeah.
I think
That's just the
the impression I
sprinkle.
get is evil, chaos.
Sacrificing tentacles, some dude on a thing. All
They're
right.
looking away. Why? Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah. All right.
Well, and so that person is that person
Looks like it. The
That person is which person?
with the horns and the ice cream cone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's just giving her a snack.
Oh.
Bone flavored.
He shared his ice cream cone with the nice young lady.
All right. So, characters inspecting the mosaics discover 3 distinct scenes, as shown on the player handouts. A hooded form standing atop a towering stone. Oh, let me flip back while I read it.
That was the person up there. Yeah. The one on the left.
Yeah.
Hooded form standing atop a towering stone on the edge of a vast lake, 7 tentacles wave from the water. How long does it take to make the octopus laugh?
10 tickles.
10 tickles. Or maybe 7 in this case. All right. And then 2 armored figures holding a single flail, commanding legions of hunched beast-like warriors. So that seemed to be the one down here, huh?
Yep.
And then a low island set in the center of a black lake. I think that's what that's supposed to be. A golden pyramid is set atop an island, and a figure armed with a flail is praying to sacrifice a maiden.
Not a scepter, it's a flail.
Sure. And then I already said the casual inspection of the chamber reveals 4 nooks concealed in the corners of the hall. Each nook contains a single hooded robe.
What did the luck roll do?
The luck roll was not successful.
So
As you look in, so that was the barber
yep.
that did that. He looks into the water and he sees these skulls down there with glowing green eyes.
Is it something that others can do a luck roll as well?
I mean, they could investigate the water if they want.
Okay. The butcher will investigate the water.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
16.
Yeah. As you look in there and you peer at these, as the two of the butcher and the barber are looking at him, they're looking at him, and the skulls start to float to the top of the water.
Oh. That's different.
The music just got interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken, your caravan guard probably sees this as well. Out of the corner of his eyes, he sees these skulls rising to the top of the water.
They're floating.
Wait, we should continue, and he'll start. He wants to start moving around.
Yeah.
He doesn't like being here.
We should let them catch up.
Should we though?
Well, I guess more for I would think they're probably done with the door, and I don't want to leave everybody behind, so I guess. Split the party too much.
Yeah. So the barber, failing his luck, feels compelled to reach in and grab one.
Oh, yeah, so we would then do that.
Yeah, he picks it up, and it glows this eldritch green.
Just the eyes or the whole thing?
Well, the eyes is what causing it to glow.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's giving you light for like 10 feet.
It's
I
helpful.
just thought of the
It's a-
Temple of Doom.
It's a glow stick party favor.
He's
Yay!
probably not compelled to drop it, at least not yet. So we'll
When he
see.
looks in the ark.
Yeah.
And yeah, give me a there's reflex, fortitude, and what's the third one?
Will.
Will. That's
Will?
what I want. I will a will saving throw.
Yeah, I've got great will, so not really. It's gonna be bad.
Natural 20.
4.
Yeah. He has the strong urge to climb into the pool.
Yeah.
Can my caravan? Oh, never mind. I moved. Never mind.
Well, yeah, you move down there, but absolutely, you see the barber, especially the butcher.
The butcher would run in.
It's say, hey, what you doing?
Yeah.
And all the barber says is, there's something at the bottom of this pool. We really should check it out.
Right. No. You don't want to do that.
There's no lifeguard here.
Yeah. The barber would, or the butcher would try to grab the barber's arm or shoulder, or
All right. as that's going on, Philomena's just standing in the doorway, shaking her head like, "Oh my god."
I'm gonna have to save them again.
And you go, "Hey, farmer, check out what these idiots are doing." Christian, let's let you have it. You guys are done in the chest room. You move out.
Yeah.
You see that they've gone into this next room, and the barber has one leg over the rail to go into this some sort of pool, and the butcher's trying to say, "Hey, don't do this." You see Philomena just kind of shaking her head. And somewhere behind you hear the wizard and the halfling talking about jamming the door. But what are you doing?
Right. What am I doing? The farmer, he's gonna approach and try to help the butcher pull the barber back from the water. And my digger, he's curious. He's gonna overlook at this door.
Yeah, he shoves on it a little bit, and it's just too heavy.
So he summons Orthic over.
Yep.
Oops. Oh, my screen darted. My bad.
Usually I'm the one that does that for you.
Thanks. So Orthic, this is heavy. Give me a hand. And so they're both going to lean on it.
Yeah, and what's your combined strength?
Let's see. Him and him. Just their actual values, you mean?
Yeah, the strength of each of the characters.
So Orthic is a 10 and Digger is a 13, so that's 23 total.
Yeah, as you both lean into it, it moves, but it just moves like an inch. It's still very heavy for you.
All right.
You think that maybe if you had like one more person, but you're running out of space on the door.
Yeah. All right. Well, sniff, sniff, sniff. I don't smell any gold in there.
It's hard to smell the gold through a heavy door like this.
Oh, right, and the cold air and all that.
Yeah.
I was pointing up to that. So, all right. Well, then let's see. 5, 10, 20. He can probably go like 2 more. He can probably go up this far. So they've tried the door. They're gonna move towards the hall, but they're kind of at the limit of their movement. So that's my turn.
All right. Noel and Glenn, you've tied off the door handle, and you hear rustling on the other side of the door. Like the dude is waking up his companions. And what do you do?
Head downstairs.
Yep.
And I would check out that door.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
Move in a
lock.
little bit.
There's no lock on it. It's just heavy. There's runes on it.
Did I do an intelligence check to try to read it?
There you go. Let's see what those runes say.
Would I know such things? Being a wizard's apprentice, maybe I had to study that stuff.
Yeah, let me figure out what it is. Where'd it go? Oh. This is that's why it's in all. So they put this room and there's actually 2 entrances to this room and other entrances up top somewhere. Okay. So, yes, I need an intelligence check.
Ooh. Not the runes I studied.
Not the runes. Yeah. It says something about a burning urge and
Cousin had
a
that
sour hearth. a hard flame or stealing life, a baleful worm, headless, multiplication. These are the words you're making. These are the words you think you know. All right, a sagging temple, devoted within, 4-1 places gate. Oh, and then fire, ice, rain, and angry. I'm sure you wrote all that down. Don't make me repeat it.
Random. Yeah, okay. So we gonna try to get in here?
I'll give it a try.
Yeah. So the two of you push. Your combined strengths are probably 20 something.
I have 11.
15.
Yeah. You feel it
26.
just barely
26.
moves that inch, and they kind of you move an inch, and they kind of you know how you move it, and then kind of just slides back on its whatever hinge it has.
Hey guys, help us!
Yeah.
You call the dwarf over. Orthic, do you give him a hand?
Sure.
All right. So with the three of you, you're able to push it open, and so. All right, the three of you, as you push it open, a blast of flame engulfs the door, targeting anyone within 10 feet. So you three were pushing on the door. Attack, fire ward, +0 melee, 1d10 damage. The scrambling out of the hole, reflex save, take only half. All right, so I need a reflex save from the three of you.
So we add this number?
Yes.
Okay.
Or modify it if it's negative.
Okay.
So, Glenn, what'd you get?
13.
13. That's a fail.
12.
That's a fail. And who's my third?
Perfect's coming. 16.
16. Okay. Would you like... You don't feel like that roll's big enough. Would you like to burn any luck?
Yeah.
I kind of gave it away as our dwarf friend here passed.
With a what?
15.
Or 16, yeah.
16.
16. Oops.
So I passed, is that right?
Yeah. And so...
So I got a 13, so I will burn 3 luck.
All right, and that is. Where's my die?
And I will do the same for 4.
All right, it's for half of this. You each take 1 point of damage. That was a pretty lucky roll. I think the glow in the dice are pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, that room down there, that says fire.
you do remember? I did. That was one of the words I did give
Yeah,
you.
I know. Yeah, but no, you...
Now the flame died.
Yep, the flames died off. And then once the portal is cleared, the PCs see the following. As the last wisp of flame fades, you can make out a soft crackling sound rustling in the chamber beyond. An icy chill settles over the air, and your breath condenses into misty clouds. You step through. Who would like to go first?
The halfling would like to go first.
The wizard gives you the halfling a small push forward,
Looking for traps.
and then the dwarf pushes the wizard. If I read it, I'll give you a check here. So through the portal, you can make out a low funerary.
It's a word you use every day.
Funerary bier, B-I-E-R. Okay. A body lies in...
It's like, you You know, like in like the fairy tales, there's like the king dies and there's the like stone.
Oh, I understand what it's telling me.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
colorful words, right? So a funerary bier, a body lies in repose atop the stone. The body was once a warrior of some sort. It wears a suit of thick hide armor and clutches an enormous battle axe to its chest. The entire chamber sparkles with a soft elfin glow.
That's one of my languages.
Elfin?
Yes.
Elfin. Do you like baklava?
I don't.
Yeah, I know you're
Appreciate it.
good. Okay, more for me.
So, I mean, that's what you
No
see.
traps, right?
So as you get to here, though, there's no traps per se. However, as you see this, you realize that the view is distorted as you're looking through a sheer, hardened pane of thick ice. There's an ice wall that you're looking through.
Okay. Well.
And I should say, it's dark in here. What is your light source?
I can see the dark.
It looks like it's glowing. In the map.
You have torches. How are we doing this? Yeah, there's no dancing lights.
Yeah, I don't
dark
have anything
vision.
like. Where did
There's dark vision.
Where did it tell you have dark
Yeah,
vision?
I have it.
Well, humans don't have it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You just don't have it.
He's a halfling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dwarves might. I don't know. It would be on the thing. I don't know. I think dwarves have it.
Yeah, we have this, what they're calling infravision, but yeah,
infravision.
dark.
So I will take out the crowbar and give it a smack.
Yeah. We're paying. It's solid. Yeah. I mean, a small little chip. You think that this would take a long time. So, as evidenced by your breath, this chamber is preternaturally cold.
I do like their words. Yeah, you're right.
The cold and ice pose. You feel like if you're in here too long, there's going to be effects. As you start to
I reach into my bag and I pull out some winter gloves.
Nice. Nice.
I can't. I'm like behind you with the handler shows. Like, what do you see? I can't see in here.
I see ice. It feels like ice, like solid ice. I just hit it with the crowbar and I'm still feeling it. I don't think we can just get through this unless there's something supernatural you could do.
My magic tricks don't do anything with fire.
Maybe we should go then.
About my axe. Can my axe chip through faster than a blunt?
It feels
crowbar?
really solid.
Come give it a try.
And it looks really
Yeah, I mean, the dwarf steps up with his axe and he can see, and he looks back, make sure that it's clear, and it's cold, mind you, very cold. You take a full swing, you connect, and it's not moving. You can connect with your axe, and a nice chip falls off. But you really feel like this is going to take. If you're going to do this with your axe, you're going to be here all day chipping away to get a good hole out of this.
All right.
But boy, is that a nice looking axe on that chest of that dude.
That battle axe is looking awful yummy.
Well, not for me, guys. And I'm going to step out.
Maybe there's another way in.
Yeah, I'll step out.
Let's go join the group.
And literally, they have a list of effects if you were to stay in there. So you feel like getting out was the warmth. Even this cool air of this chamber feels much warmer than that was as you step away. And now we're kind of back to the barber. So Wes, the rutabaga farmer steps up and puts a hand on the barber as well, and he's trying to shake you up. No, guys, really, they're. Yes, I understand the skull is freaky enough, but there is something at the bottom of this that we should really get. He seems convinced of that, and to the extent that I don't need a roll. The two of you can subdue him. The combined effort will be able to keep him from going in, but he is adamant. He wants to go in there. So the butcher has heard all this before. Christian, do you have any reaction to that?
I'm sorry. Oh, this guy saying no. He's still.
He is adamant that you guys should get into this pool, and there's something at the bottom of this pool.
Yeah, no.
The butcher would ask, what does he think is in the pool?
Sure. This is 1-2. Let me get back to my page. He feels like there is a passage at the bottom of this, that there's a passage to another room. That I mean, his new friend thinks he should really go check out.
And he's still holding on to the
Oh yeah,
stuff.
oh yeah. Come on, really, we should go check it out.
Yurik says there's a shortcut.
Okay, if the other guy's not going to do it, the butcher is going to try to grab the skull out of, or knock the skull out of his hand.
Yeah, and you knock it out of his hand. It goes flips over into the water. It's kind of like bobbing for apples, you know. Mm-hmm. And as your eye drags, all those skulls that were floating up are now bobbing on top of the surface. Their glowing eyes giving this green aura around the whole room.
Is the barber still convinced?
Well, not only is he convinced, is there's a compulsion that you've already fought off once. He failed to fight it off, yeah. And our friend the rutabaga farmer needs to make a will save. Christian,
all right.
Yeah, make a will save.
All right, farmer.
Or do you want to do a luck check first, or is that?
Oh, was it? No, the luck check was.
It was a luck check.
You did a luck check first,
DC,
and then a will save.
Yeah, the luck check was to get him to start coming up.
Okay. The will save is now.
Yeah. So the rutabaga farmer, seeing the one, that was rude, right? For him to just slap the skull out of his hand and into the water, and then you see all these. So the rutabaga farmer reaches down and picks one up, and it's glowing, almost a pulsing green, eldritch glow. What are you looking at?
Oh, okay. Keep going.
And the rutabaga farmer is like, oh, I see what he means. Yeah, there's something at the bottom of this pool.
Right.
And now he starts to climb over the edge.
I'm guessing the barber's back in the water.
Yeah. Well, you have your hand on the barber's shoulder. It's like, what are you doing? And he starts to reach down for the skull again. I'm looking at you, Wes. You gonna let him go in?
I don't know if the barber or the butcher can keep the barber out.
Well, Filomeno's back there. Is he gonna interject yet?
No one's died yet, so I want to drag her into the water too.
Glenn? Glenn, your wizard.
Yep.
Making his way in. And he sees two of them starting to climb into the water, each holding this skull glowing with a green light. The butcher has his hand on his shoulder.
Probably not good. But I'm intrigued by that robe over there in the corner.
Yeah, fine. These guys are. Yeah. It's a tattered robe, but it
Is it like hanging on a hook? or-
what you see is that on the clasp of it, it has this a symbol of a chaos, a chaotic symbol of a chaos lord.
What about the caravan guard? Over at
Well,
other-
the next one up is the ditch digger.
well, the caravan guard's down.
Oh yeah. Ken,
Yes.
you're standing in this doorway, shaking your head, looking at these guys. Now there's two of them trying to crawl into the water.
Okay, so when we first entered, the stone had tracks of people coming before us. Have those stopped?
Yeah, that was
Where
in
I'm
the
at?
that was in the room with the treasure chests.
Oh, it wasn't in the hallway?
I don't think that's where I read it. I think I read it with the
okay.
treasure chest.
Okay, I thought it was the hallway.
But sure, as I look at this picture, there seems to be a pretty well-worn path.
Yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to discern is, are the skulls in the pool all the adventurers who have come before us?
Well,
Or did they run around?
that is definitely the pessimistic view of it. However, you can see that there is a well-worn path that kind of leads through this hallway that you're standing in.
Okay. Cool. Well, I think I'll, where do I want to go? I should go help. Alright, I'll run back and help try to pull these idiots out of the pool.
Okay, you run back probably to the
Stand up in the pool too.
rutabaga farmer.
Yeah, and I want to stay as far away from the pool as possible, because I know I am a weak-willed person.
Christian, how about your ditch digger?
Right. He would step in and what? He's just trying to grasp what's going on. None of this makes any sense. Orthic 5, 10, 20. Orthic can make it to the door, and he sees what are they doing? And
He says, "Hey, boss, look at this cool skull, and look, there is something in the bottom of this pool." We really ought to check it out.
I think you're daft. What, and skulls? Glowing skulls? Are you mad?
It's glowing. It's giving off this light. I can see a lot better with it in my hand. Yeah, you're a dwarf. You can see. I can't see without this thing. He says, "Hold on. I'm just going to duck under here, under the water. I'm going to check it out, okay? Be right back." And then Barbara says, No, we really should.
Make a drowning check.
Yeah, well, they've... Okay, Digger's moved, Orthic's moved. Digger's not going to go near it. He thinks they're all out of their minds. And Orthic can't really do any more without dashing, so
All right.
that's my...
Chip?
I will step up and
Step up where? Here?
behind the cleric.
Behind the cleric.
Yep, right there, and say what's going on. And of course, she'll update me. I will say I don't want to go anywhere near that. It sounds like that's trouble. Where'd the wizard go? Oh, okay, around the corner. All right. I will then take the rest of my time to go as far away from the pool around, not looking at the pool at all.
Like here?
Yeah,
Look at the pretty pictures.
I'm not doing
Of
any
the
action, so I
death
can
of
dash,
the
right?
blood.
Sure. That seems pretty
Yeah,
fair.
that's fine.
All right. I think it's time for some opposed strength checks here, as the barber and the rutabaga farmer are trying to duck under the water. We have the butcher versus the barber. Strength checks. Which one's going to win?
Another d20 in there. I'll just have to roll twice. Just roll 2 d20s.
Yep. Who is this?
The top one, barber,
Okay.
13 plus 1, so 14.
14.
And then bottom, butcher, 7 minus 3
Oh, yeah.
is 4.
He is ducked under the water. Slipped out of his hand. And same with the caravan guard and the farmer. So, Christian, I need you to roll a strength check for me for the farmer.
Okay.
That's a 13 for the caravan guard.
Yeah. As you pull him literally out of the pool.
By his toe.
All right. So a moment has passed. He's under the water. What does the butcher do? Does he go in after him?
Is he like...
You can't see him.
Okay.
There's these skulls across the top, and he's ducked underneath them.
I want to lose them both. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he would go in.
He jumps in.
Wow.
Jumps in after him.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. And you see him go swimming. Let's see, how deep is this thing? Oh, so yeah, he swims about 10 feet, 10 feet down, and you see him come to what looks like some sort of portal, a ring, a metal ring in the bottom of the pool.
And the butcher thinks, oh, he wasn't lying.
And there's this greenish glow in this water, and you see him turning it.
The butcher will hop back out
Okay.
and say, there actually is something in there.
He was obviously possessed. It's something bad.
I mean, the butcher will say, well, it may be something bad. He wasn't lying about there being something. We just don't know if it's good or bad yet.
And as you say this, in the moment you say it, there's this big whoosh as the skulls all at once, almost like a flush, right? The floor gives way, and everything falls down a 10-foot tube slide, if you were. You look down, and there's nothing there. A moist, slimy slide into nothingness.
So he's standing on the bottom of the empty pool now?
Well, the butcher got out.
Yes, I'm agreeing with that. The butcher got out.
The barber, though, is...
Oh, got flushed down with the skull.
as far as we know. Yes.
Okay.
The barber is not there anymore. How many hit points does the barber
Who can
have?
hold it breath for a long period of
That's
time?
what I was waiting for. 3 hit points.
Okay. Good to know.
I wasn't gonna ask for a damage roll if you weren't gonna going to.
So the skulls went down too. It's like this whole thing just drained.
It just drained.
But did the skulls go too?
The skulls did too. Everything's gone. You have a moist, slimy
Emptiness.
pit with looks to be a tunnel, a drain, if you would.
Are all these rooms dark?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so Philomena has a torch, and I think
Yeah.
someone had like flint and steel,
Yeah.
right?
Or a lantern. Some might have had a lantern.
Well, I was thinking more of a way to light the torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll say there are torches on the wall that you could light.
Okay.
There are 4 torches, 1, 2, kind of next to each of the alcoves. If you take a turn to light those, you can have, or you can pull them off the wall if you want.
Yeah, actually, why don't we take them so we can take them with us?
Yeah, the butcher would.
You light the torches.
Whoever's got
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
stuff to do it, sure.
You have the stuff to do it. Do you hand the torches to anyone?
All I have is a torch.
You have 1 torch. I said there's 4 on the
Yeah,
wall.
But what we need is the stuff to light the torch.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
So if you
Torches
have
on the wall are
if,
lit.
if you have a lantern,
I said they were.
No, we didn't.
I did say there are torches on the wall.
Someone picked up flint and steel
Didn't say they were
from
on.
the urchin.
No, they weren't on. They weren't on. But if you had a torch or a lantern in your equipment, I'm going to say you also had the flint and steel to use it.
Okay, fair.
I think that. Why would you have a torch without flint and steel to use it?
Because the Poe.
Oh, Bobby had it. What are the? We left him.
I think
dead up
flint and
there.
steel's kind of even a poor person's must-have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Philomena
That's it.
would have. Let's say Philomena took a turn while she was standing and
Yeah.
watching to
Yeah. Fair enough.
light her torch.
Okay.
and the butcher would grab one of the torches off the wall, especially because there was a
Yep.
glow coming
Well,
from
that's right. There was a glow coming from those skulls that
and
isn't
they've
there
all-
anymore.
Yeah.
So now the question's going to be: everyone's here, right? Yeah, pretty much. The question is: do you go down the slide after them, or do you go down the hallway?
I vote hallway.
Hallway.
Oh, man.
I would check
Yeah,
out the
hallway.
one. I would check out that robe that's next to me though.
Oh yeah, there's a tattered robe there.
And nothing.
Yeah,
fancy
it
about
has a brooch, if you would, a clasp that has a chaos symbol on it.
Okay. I'll take it.
Cool. I think you took the.
I was looking at it. I was a little leery of this chaos symbol thing.
I would look for traps before I did it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But he took it on and he put it on and nothing.
No-
I didn't put it on. I just took it.
Oh, okay.
Stuff it in my sack.
okay.
Okay.
But-
yeah.
One man's trash is another man's trash.
Okay. Yeah.
Butcher will grab that cloak.
All right, 2 have been taken.
I'll take one. but
3
I'm
have been
not
taken.
putting it on.
And that one's the one to trap.
There's 1 left.
What should I call this?
Could I
Chaos
grab a
robe.
pencil?
Sure, chaos robe.
Yeah. Get another pencil over there, Dave.
Yeah, the barber was the one with chainmail and a golden staff thing and an iron coffer full of who knows what. So hopefully you didn't just kill him. That would be sad.
Let's go.
The butcher will go into the now empty pool, kind of drop it.
So you look down there, right? Think of the floor went like this.
Oh,
Right.
I thought you meant just that like a little
So
portal.
the floor went like this, and underneath it you have a funnel to a tube. So if you jumped, you feel like you could jump down there, but jumping down there means you're going down the slide.
I thought you meant he opened like just a drain in the center. and all,
yeah.
but-
No,
but the whole
it was much more dramatic than that.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna have him peer down into
Yeah,
the drain, but
yeah.
I guess okay.
I mean, if you took rope, you could lower yourself in there, maybe, but you also know that the walls are very slimy.
Yeah.
It would be a sheer surface for sure.
For certaintude. We have to make our words.
Certitude.
Yes, use big words.
In certitude.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Indubitably.
I think I hear the consensus is let's move on. Who would like to lead the way?
Halfling. Boop.
Yeah, I will. I'm already there, checking for traps. And
Yeah.
sneaking silently.
And how do we move forward?
One step at a time.
Cautiously and with several people in front of me.
Yeah, as everyone seems to have that thought.
With half an ear behind us too.
Yeah.
If we hear-
So as you poke around and you're testing for traps, you don't really see any.
So we started with 15, now we have 8. With 1, who knows where.
This
Went
is
down
taking
the
too
drain.
Down the
long.
drain with the skulls.
Yeah.
We're
Now
gonna
we're gonna call him Dwayne.
find him like sitting on a throne.
It could be. He could be the king of the green skulls now.
Yeah.
Or he could be the king of the toilet water in the cesspool.
All right. So you
Is it getting warmer or colder?
Good question.
and the answer is it's becoming more humid. That salty air is becoming much more. You feel the cool breeze of what you might remember as a ocean or a lake or a sea.
I will take off my mittens and put on my.
Samsung
Black leather
changed
gloves.
the watch face. It's like these AI emoji things.
Does it tell you should be tired?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe it's because the battery is low.
Oh, it's
Yeah, so it's getting sluggish.
Jeez.
All right.
But like when I'm listening to music, they rock out, and like when there's notifications, they're like.
Is that a newer watch?
Yeah, I got it last fall, but Samsung just updated the watch face.
Oh, it's a Samsung.
Yeah, and added these like AI emoji characters.
Fun.
And I guess there's because the battery is low, it's looking sluggish and
Lethargic.
tired, lethargic.
Is it magnetic charge or how does it charge?
Yeah, it's like a wireless charging, and it kind of snaps on the bottom.
Like this? I wonder what would work on that.
Probably.
That's an Apple one. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're all.
I don't want to mess with it because my TV can be temperamental. But you come to the hall. This dark passageway makes way to this set of wide stone steps that run down to a dark sandy beach of a vast. And as you look beyond it, you see this vast underground sea. And as you're taking this in, you hear. Coming from somewhere to the side.
Did that grunt sound like somebody we know?
Maybe.
No, that was the barber living his best life.
So I would run and dash silently down to behind that pillar.
Yeah.
That's a pillar?
Yeah, so let me finish the description of that before you do that.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to do that.
So far out, as you're running up there, far out across the water, you can make out a golden glow through the gloom. An enormous menhir, a pillar, as this menhir stands at the water's edge, dark waves lapping at its intricately carved faces. So that's this Stonehenge, this big rock, right? Along the side of the rock is a narrow, maybe just 2 feet steps around the outside of the rock. Now, past this towering stone, off in the distance, you make out just the outlines of a ship, and with the forward right at the bow is some sort the front thing, right? It has a facade of a dragon. So they're calling it a dragon proud longship.
I was hoping for Dilly Roar.
It's Dillyroar, the bust of a giant. Its hull is scrawled with forbidding sigils and runes that glow sickly green in the dim light. The ship draws. It seems to be just floating out there, some 50 feet into the water.
And the runes say, "Come, tally man, something about bananas."
And
Does this stone look like the one in the painting on the wall in the previous room?
I'll say yes.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll say yes. Yeah, and you do look offside, and there's your barber.
What's left of it?
Alive and well?
Well, no, not alive.
Alive
no,
and well?
Well, been through a well.
Could he be
Ish.
saved?
Is that what? Is this like a drain, like a river?
It's like his
draining
neck
down
is now.
Unsnapped?
His neck seems to be snapped of the rock. If there was, there was 2 sets of falls though. Like he survived the first fall, and there was some amount of time before there was a second fall that did him in.
Okay. So the
Oh, so we heard,
is it
and then we heard,
is it too late for Philomena to lay hands?
It's too late.
Okay, Philomena will go over and I was getting there, but we'll say a prayer over his body and then steal everything.
No,
May Lord bless this guy.
you're using it's the efficient use of Aristimus's God-given wealth, right? As you do, you give him a blessing in her name, and with that, I give you 1 luck for doing something in the name of your God.
Thank you.
And that's acting in character, acting in alignment is one of the ways that you can get luck. So keep that in mind.
but I like what you said too. Bless our son and these 52 copper pieces, this dagger, and this amulet around his neck.
Not quite that
Sadly.
blatant.
So, and as you're appropriating his stuff, amongst all the other good stuff that he already had, you find clutched in his hand a plain iron ring with 3 small rubies. And in the darkness, you can see the ruby just paint like faint embers of fire, of coal.
Are they glinting? Or
No, it says here, when held in total darkness, the rubies pulse like faint embers. You know how you hold a piece of wood and you blow?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
She'll put the ring on.
Yeah, and there is a sense of power there. When held in total, so this seemingly simple ring, yeah. So you feel like there's some arcane power in this ring, an arcane power that you might be able to wield, but not control. This is not a holy symbol. This is arcane.
Okay, I'll just leave it as like arcane power, and we can.
Figure it out
Figure out
later
the details
if you
later.
want. So, in reality, it gives you the ability to cast Magic Missile, Fire Resistance, or Scorching Ray. But for you to cast it, you have to use a 1d16 plus your class level because it's not a cleric spell. It's a wizard spell, right? A wizard might be able to cast it to its full ability.
Yeah.
Now you know that.
Okay. Put it this way: I would imagine a wizard, like she will be like, "Oh, it does something," and
Yeah.
if she ever encounters, well, I think we have a wizard in this group. If the wizard notices it, they may say, "Oh, I recognize that as."
He's just been a wizard for like a month,
That's fair enough. That's true.
but he was an apprentice for a while. Anyway, so back to the Starless Sea. As you are in some great cavern, right? You look up, and maybe in the darkness you see stalagmites, stalactites, whatever hangs from the ceiling.
Tights.
All right, tights are hanging from the ceiling. Right, the darkness. So this is the Starless, and this is the sea. Right, this is the Starless Sea. All right, and off in the distance you hear in the quietness of a moment as you mourn the loss of your friend here, the beat, the beat of distant drums and a far off wails of terror mixes with the quiet laughing.
Look at the whales.
of the waves.
Oh, no, not what he meant.
Yeah, but as you say, look at the waves, you do see something crest the water somewhere beyond the ship.
Maybe some tentacles.
Maybe there are some.
No, there's only 7.
Oh yeah, we saw that in the mosaic too, didn't we? Was the tentacles coming up out of the water?
The 7 tickles.
Yeah. And somebody in a hood standing on top of this this pillar or whatever we're calling it.
So that's the setting.
Does anybody have a hood?
Were there hoods on those
Yep.
robes?
Hooded robes.
That's what you saw in the picture.
They were hooded?
Oh yeah. The robes have
Okay.
their cloaks.
So maybe we try to react.
Summon the Kraken?
I'm not up for that adventure.
I'm not sure you have a choice. I think.
Well, I
I
mean,
think is this the adventure on?
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah. How
we
far
looked
out
around
is
it. What else is there to
Smells
see?
so good.
How far out is the boat?
50 feet.
Yeah. So there's a boat out there. There's this pillar, and a couple of us grabbed these robes. We don't have the fancy popsicle though.
Is there anything else we can see?
Glad you asked. As you're looking around, you see that there are bestial footprints in the sand.
Like the ones we saw upstairs?
Well, like the footprints of the beasts that were upstairs. Yeah.
The beast. Oh.
But there's no boats. There's no. I mean, it looks like there's more down below
So they
More down
to
below.
see.
Oh.
kidnap people. They change them into these beast things, and then they load them on ships. This is Pinocchio. This is the Disney version of Pinocchio.
There you go.
We go out there, we're gonna get eaten by a whale.
There's a picture of the boat, except there's no people on it.
Nice.
There's no people
Looks
on it.
good.
That we see.
All right,
And it's
Can I-
glowing.
Fair.
Glowing like
Can
the
I-
skulls were.
The algae is
I'll
kind of like the same color.
Can I read the runes from here? Can I take
No.
a shot at it?
No.
Okay.
They don't tell me the runes to read
Okay.
anyway.
Well,
That's
I
the
mean,
scene.
So, I mean, I could put the robe on and stand on top of that thing, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Why don't somebody give me a boost? How tall is it?
He said there's steps going up it.
15 feet.
Yeah, and he said there's steps going.
Oh,
yeah.
There's actually steps. I
Yeah,
thought it was
that's-
just one step up.
No, narrow stairs go wrap around the outside
Spiral
edge.
up it. Okay. Well, I'll go up it.
Yeah, so you climb up there especially with your climb right up, and at the top there's a pedestal, and on the pedestal there's a bowl of wax with a candle sitting on top.
a couple of us had torches. We won.
Yeah. Can somebody bring up a torch?
Is it a lit candle?
No.
Alright.
Sure, I'll go up there.
Should light it.
Oh, swap out candle with brazier.
Brazier full of wood. Okay.
Do you have a torch?
Sure. Let's say I do.
All right. Yeah, you had the 4 torches from the other room. Some of you grabbed them, and the wizard steps up and hands the torch to Chip, or climbs up himself.
Is there room up there for both of us to stand up there?
Sure, why not?
Sure, come on up and get killed. Yeah, he'll go up there and try to light the brazier.
I think this is a signal to come be picked up. Or so you're aware what we're doing.
As he motions forward to light the brazier, it lights up.
Was there anything else down here?
No,
I don't
no.
think so. Okay.
Footprints, dead body, beach, boat, tentacles, far off island, oogity boogity out there somewhere. Lights the brazier, and the ship comes to shore.
Ah.
Hey.
We
Thanks, Andy.
we got ourselves a ship. This is the optimistic view.
Yeah.
Who knows? We can
Hey, that's the view I'm
crossing the
taking.
river Styx.
Eh,
So the ship is right here on the beach now?
Yeah, you can easily climb on board.
Okay, folks, get on.
Let's go.
One gold per ride.
Everyone boards the ship,
may as well.
Yes.
and with the last person on, it just somehow knows, and it floats away from the beach and toward the island. You get about halfway through, though, and the
Here
tentacles.
comes the Kraken.
I wish they gave me better text here. Yeah, so the boat stops and the tentacles emerge from the water around you, swiping at you. Not yet attacking necessarily, but like grabbing at you.
I pull out the robe from the other room. Put it on.
And maybe with the robe on, it doesn't swipe at you nearly as much.
That's what I was hoping.
Yep. With the robe on, it no longer seems to be attracted toward you, but it swipes at the person next to you.
I'll put mine. It's like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, so now four of the
Who else
Yeah.
has one?
7,
Let's say
8, 4 of the.
Philomena puts a robe on.
All right.
Only 3 were taken. Right?
Technicalities.
I know, I had one of them.
that is right.
I had one of them. I don't know.
Yeah, three were taken. All right, so 5 of you.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we have Chip and we have
thought we had-
Glenn and Philomena are safe.
I thought we had 8. Are we missing someone?
Yeah, the butcher.
Butcher.
Oh. Be good to have that.
All right. The 3 of you seem safe. You have one action, each of you, to tell me what you're doing before the Leviathan takes more dramatic actions. And I'm just going to start with the Christian. Yeah, Christian, you're ditch digger.
Yeah, is there like a hatch to a lower level? He wants to get out he wants to get off the main deck.
The answer is no.
All right, then he's going to hit the deck
Yep. Okay.
like low.
I'm envisioning row after row of benches where someone might oar from. So you duck underneath one of those benches and grab for the base of it that's connected to the bottom of the boat.
Yup.
Okay.
And my farmer will do the same.
Farmer does the same.
And Orthic, smaller still, but yeah, he's gonna.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
gonna seek cover.
Ken?
Okay, so the cloaks. They're like, full-size cloaks, right?
Yeah, the cloaks that Philomena, Chip, and
Yeah.
they're wearing. Yeah.
So I'm going to imagine the cloak on Chip is a little bit long. So I'm going to dive for his legs and try to be under his feet in the protection of the cloak.
All right. And Wes, how about your butcher?
Give him the torch. Give him the torch.
Give him the torch.
Give the butcher the torch.
Yeah, Butcher already has it. Butcher took one of the torches.
Okay.
Maybe he can fend it off.
Yeah, I guess I was looking at what Philomena might do, but Butcher would, I guess, take evasive action as well. Try to get, towards the center of the ship.
Okay. We're going to compare luck. Who has the worst luck? The lowest luck score of those five?
Oh, probably the caravan guard. He's got a 3.
Butcher has 4.
Christian, how's your luck?
Actually, sadly, Orthic is low right now.
Well,
3.
you're a 3 also.
Oh.
Okay. You may each roll a d20. As you've done all of this, tentacles wrap around you and lift you out of the boat and start flailing you around. I would give you a strength check, but you're not. You're just not fighting this Leviathan. All right, and so one of you is going to die.
So everybody roll a d20.
Yeah.
Everyone or just those two?
No, those two.
Oh, the lowest
Yeah.
luck?
So
Okay.
That's not a good start.
What is that? Was
six.
That 6?
It's a 6. Oh.
The caravan guard bought it. So I mean, you
Oh,
could.
you were trying to get under?
Well, Orthic had the better score.
I
He was doing it to decide who.
I was So I think you rolled his chip and you didn't mean to. I think it was really Ken, the caravan guard. Ken, the caravan guard. That's right, Ken?
Yeah.
Could Philomena have cast a spell? Because she has Holy Sanctuary that would...
Phil, yes.
Okay. So, now...
So what has happened,
Yeah.
right, so far, is they've all been picked up, right? Pulled as they try to cling to the boat, as they try to hide under robes. They cling and they're pulled out of the water, and they're being shake, whatever. And when you see this happen, what do you do?
She's going to cast Holy Sanctuary. If I roll low, it'll just affect me. If I roll high, it may affect more of the group.
Okay.
So all 5 of them are in its clutches?
Are in its clutches, all 5 of them.
Okay.
And what it does is it basically makes it more difficult to attack.
Okay.
So it's just a d20 plus the modifier, and then that
Well,
decides...
it's their same spell check, right? It's
Yeah.
a personality +1/+1. You're looking for a 12.
Yeah.
Don't roll a 1.
7 plus 2 fails.
That's so. I mean, you try to cast Sanctuary, and the chaotic nature of this beast is just too strong for you to overcome, and with that, you see 4 of them are cast off into the water, but 1 is pulled below. 1 being the caravan guard. So, yeah, I'm afraid that's it for the caravan guard. Ken, was that your last character?
It was.
All right. All right. There'll be an opportunity here in a second. But you have 4 people overboard.
Okay.
Are any of you in armor?
Yes.
Are any of them that are overboard in armor?
Yes.
Yes, Orthic is wearing the enameled armor from the funnel event.
Well,
The
right.
other two,
The butcher has
How
chainmail
far
on.
away are they off?
Anyone with armor more than clothes, anything metal, is sinking fast.
Is there anybody within 50 feet of where I can throw them a rope? 40 feet.
Yeah, I'd say all of them are.
All right, I'll throw them a rope.
But as soon as they land, they start sinking. So the people that didn't sink would certainly be able to grab the rope. So the people in armor are sinking.
can it be?
They try
Can
to-
I get rid of it?
Yeah.
Yes, you may take off your armor, and so you're going to take an action. But now, normally, armor takes 10 minutes, right? But you are frantically pulling at your armor,
this is a chainmail shirt.
and so you're pulling that off,
Yeah.
right? So you no longer have the armor. I'm going to say you each get rid of your armor. Also, any weapons you had in your hand, you're probably going to let go, and they're going to sink to the bottom as well.
Yes.
Anything in your
Because
hands.
would be taken. Yes.
You need your hands to take off your armor.
Does a spear float? Since it's mostly wood.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
But I'm afraid an axe or a warhammer wouldn't.
The cleaver will sink, but the spear will float.
As you are frantically trying to get weight off of you so you can come back to the top. Meanwhile, as the dwarf and the, which one is it? The butcher, probably,
Yes.
are under the water somewhere. The other two grab the rope and you can pull them in. So we're going to say the rutabaga farmer and the ditch digger make it back to the boat. And as you guys watch over the side in the stillness of water, you wait for a minute, 2 minutes. How should we resolve this, guys? Do I just let them do it? Or is there another luck check? I don't think you guys wouldn't survive a luck check.
I don't think we'd survive those checks.
They're trying to ditch weight. If they could do that
Yeah.
and in enough time to
Yeah.
then swim up to the top.
Yeah. So,
Well, it depends what you set the
Agility
If it's a-
check.
DC. Well, yeah, it depends how where you
Fortitude
set it.
save?
Yeah.
yeah.
Fortitude.
So let me start with the butcher.
Save?
How much of your are you ditching everything you can to possibly and Christian, this is the question to your dwarf as well. Are you getting rid of just everything you can to ditch weight so that you can swim back to the surface?
Yeah. The butcher would get rid of his side of beef. And his grappling hook. And chainmail. And
Everything
and
you
the
can.
weapons. It's just-
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Christian, how about you?
Well, I'd certainly doff the enameled armor, breastplate, whatever it was I had. I'll let my spear float to the top.
Yeah.
I would. Well, here's a question. Does the 10 pounds of wood that I was carrying somewhere on my person act?
Is that
Does it float
flotation?
or does it sink?
No, the wood would absolutely float.
Okay, well there.
But you had to let go of it to take the armor off.
Okay.
You've been carrying around a
All right.
pallet of lumber this whole time?
You had side of beef.
It was my original list.
I'm thinking like giant rack of ribs.
So I lose my wood.
Oh, they did.
I lose my armor.
Oh, careful! Your wood is floating at the top of the sea, as well as the spear, as we said.
Right.
Right. It's your armor and any other stuff,
Your weapons,
anything metal and heavy, I would think you're ditching that.
treasure. It depends what it is.
Yeah,
but
it depends how much it was. If it's a small pouch of copper, maybe you didn't.
Right.
But if it was a chest full of gold,
Right.
you're gonna let that go, or die with it.
Okay.
All right.
Can I see either of them?
No, they're underwater.
Underwater,
This is the
okay.
Starless Sea, the darkness of the. I mean, you can see the two that you've pulled in,
Yeah.
and I can just imagine as you've pulled them in, you're holding this rope, waiting to throw.
Yeah. And you could maybe see some pieces of wood floating around.
Oh yeah, you could see the wood kind of floating around.
Well,
Absolutely.
as good a time as any. Rope work is one of my spells,
Yeah,
so I can try to conjure a rope.
yeah.
So I just roll, and then the table tells me what it is.
So that's your spellcasting ability, your level, plus your intelligence modifier. It was either 0 or 1.
Nothing. Okay.
All right, so it's 1. So you get a +1.
Okay.
Add it to a d20.
Uh-huh.
You're looking for a 12.
And then
But now, didn't work.
Lost failure. So I can't do it again today.
What did you roll?
I roll a 5,
Okay.
6, and on my table, that's in the range of lost failure.
All right. So you can't cast that spell again.
Didn't backfire or go wonky,
Right. You
but
didn't
it just
roll a
didn't work.
1. There wasn't this
Yep.
bad thing happen. All right. But it just didn't work.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. But nice thought. That would have been fun.
If I rolled really well, I could make it go where I want it to.
Unless you
but-
want a spell burn. But I'm not sure this.
which is using my strength and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, we have a rope. It was just going to be handy to have another one. It
Okay.
might go exactly where I wanted it.
So after, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds, up pops the butcher. Poof, as he's flaying in the water, and you guys throw him the rope out and you pull him out. After another 20, 30 seconds,
we'll do a 50-50 roll on whether I find my spear again. So
fair enough.
but a greater than 10, I find the spear.
This,
Nope.
all right. That's when the luck checks should really happen.
Oh, we
Well,
could make that a luck check if you want. I would
but-
still have failed.
Right. All right, Christian. I'm going to trust that you've crossed everything off your character sheet that's appropriate as you float back to the surface.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna hang on to the treasure I had because it wasn't like a ton. But everything else, the 10 feet of chain, I dropped all that.
Good idea.
Feet and shake,
The 10 foot of chain.
This was a pretty good call.
which was probably wrapped around your pallet of wood.
I decided to drop the anchor ahead.
Yeah.
Rucksack.
I could just picture you two laying on your back, spitting out salt water, panting on the bottom of this boat. And as everyone gets back on the boat starts to move again. And it floats.
Nice of them to wait.
Spirit to wait for it.
Anybody have an extra weapon? The butcher would ask.
I could give you a sling or a knife.
I can give you a cudgel.
Cudgel?
Yeah.
What's that?
Club.
But what's the
It's D4.
D4?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
But
Unless
Christian,
you've
do
got
you?
it.
No, the mine are the same.
Yeah.
Christian, do you have any weapons left?
Well, I guess the question is, what do I need to do to see if I can get my floaty spear back?
Okay. You're going to make an actual luck check. So you're going to roll a d20, and you need to roll your luck score or less, which is not good, I'm afraid.
No, but it's worth a shot.
Yep.
We'll roll for it.
Ooh!
What's his luck?
It's
A 3.
3.
Oh, so he found it.
all right.
So is it
Yeah, so
full okay?
yeah. As you yes it is. So as you float to the top and you lean back with your head and it's like, "Oh my god, I do actually float." As you take your deep and you just kind of your arms back, first of all, a rope lands across your face, and as you swat at it, you feel a spear in your hand, and it's like, oh.
And a beautiful piece of mahogany that you were saving for a music box.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Excellent.
you have one hand on the rope, the other hand on the spear as you watch the boards float away from you. You no longer have your lumber.
Oh, man.
It makes me sad.
All right.
Saving that lumber for.
He brought it all this way.
Right.
All right. An island draws closer, revealing the source of the golden glow. A towering ziggurat with burning light radiating from within the silver thin cracks between its massive stone blocks. So you have the ziggurat and stone blocks and this light. What color light did it say? Burning light radiating. So some sort of orangish glow kind of emanating between the cracks in the rock. A wide ramp circles the ziggurat. And sloping to the top of the temple, hordes of beastmen crowd the ramp, howling to the darkness, hammering on the massive hide drums and pushing a terrified string of prisoners to the ziggurat's glowing peak. High top the temple, you can make out a fearsome silhouette of an enormous armored figure.
The ziggurat's sort of like a pyramid with a big flat top, isn't it?
Yeah, stepped.
Kind of like what we saw in the picture with the
Maybe.
big evil ice cream cone.
Yeah.
So you see this.
Oh, look!
High atop of them, you can make out a fearsome silhouette of an enormous armored figure wreathed in infernal smoke lit from below. And I'm going to
Is
add...
there another ziggurat this boat goes to? Can we go to the next stop?
I say all the people were dead when we leave.
There is a cage. There's a cage. Oh, that's not. That's a
Talk to our neighbors?
spell fact. I need...
What's that?
Said all these beastmen are our neighbors. Can we talk them out of it?
Oh. Joey! Don't kill me. I'll give you that 5 copper pieces I owe you.
So right there is a cage, and it has a person in it, locked up. And what person will it be? It will be
Vanguard.
a blacksmith male.
Is it the caravan guard's brother?
I wouldn't call it his brother.
It's just trying to.
It's like
The
snapping.
yeah, it's blacksmith Joe Snaptogrid.
Yeah. It won't move my square. I'll move the square to it. And right next to the cage is one beastman. And I think that's where we'll leave. I mean, we can talk about it, give you any more detail you want, but that's where we're going to leave off for tonight. As the boat, all of their attention seems to be drawn to whatever's happening up top. As you make your way, as the boat makes its way toward the landing here.
Well, it was a fun night. A lot happened.
Uh,
We're whittling.
so how do we get Ken back in it? Is he running the guy in the cage?
Guy in the cage, probably.
I was going to make him the guy in the cage, yeah.
Okay. Then we'll try not to get him killed in the first 5 minutes next week.
Maybe we need to put 3 or 4 people in the cage.
Yeah.
So we all have somebody.
Well, I did say there's more people at the top, right? It said up here that,
Depends if they get sacrificed.
I get to be the maiden that speaks.
but they're on their way to being sacrificed,
Yeah.
seemingly.
Yeah.
And this one seems
Great,
to be
I get to
waiting.
be another person in their underwear.
Yeah, like it's a bad thing.
That's how this guy started.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely got to work together.
Yeah,
My character would say, "Hey, if we're going to survive, at all.
There's how many beastmen around the perimeter of this thing?
Yeah, there's a lot.
A couple dozen?
Oh, at least
Yeah.
like
yeah.
a couple dozen sounds like about right.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably
That's
10
way
on this
too
side we can see.
That's a
or
lot
more.
for us.
Yeah. So a question
got it.
I wonder is, are you really gonna go up and ride the boat all the way in?
Yeah, we could jump off, try to sneak on.
Sneak?
There's a good chance I can do that. I don't know about the rest of you.
Wait,
Zoom out again.
where'd the halfling go?
So yeah. Which side are you planning to
What were
sneak
you-
up on?
What were you,
Can you
what were you
please
just talking about, like
Show-
working together?
show me exactly where you're going to sneak onto this thing?
Yeah, I mean
There's
the
a beast man every 3 feet.
the boat's gonna land here.
I agree.
Yeah.
There is a side view of
Unless
this
there's a sewer grate that goes underneath it. I don't know how
Look
you're
at
sneaking
from the
in.
bottom. It looks like there's a cliff.
Yeah, these are all
some of it.
sheer walls.
So only the part where they land
Yeah,
is
it's-
at
yeah.
water level.
Yes.
So we could sneak, jump
There's
into
the
the
men
water and
here.
then come around the side, and then we at least get a jump on them.
On the sheer cliff face.
Well, we'll swim along the edge. It's got to come to the ground somewhere.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah. Someone planned ahead.
There's the big axe. Oh, there's a tower you all died in.
There were people on the walls? I don't remember that part.
Yeah. So there is a side view picture of this dang thing.
The temple? Is that
Maybe in the next section.
the temple? Well, there's one called the temple. Is that it?
Yeah. You were
Where?
go down.
Down temple.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
No, but there's a whole other section of the sea, right?
yes, but that's all text.
Oh,
So if I go here,
eventually I'll find it.
all right. So if you can look sideways, you can do this trick again.
It's still a top-down view.
No, it's a side view here.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Of the
Let me drop it in here.
Are you seeing this, Christian and Ken?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So here you guys came, men here, right? Boat to the. You have the little landing, but down here in the corner, you can kind of see there's a ship. You came down here, went down the path. There's your men here, right? There's the water. So there's kind of your.
Temple.
1-5.
Thing.
Now,
Yeah.
maybe. Three of us have these robes. Maybe the beastmen recognize the robes as those are the guys that we serve. Maybe.
yeah.
Possibility.
It did protect them from the
From the Kraken.
Kraken. Maybe it'll protect them from the Beastmen.
I mean, I like your idea of trying to sneak up, but I don't know if it's possible with this,
I don't.
this sheer walls coming
Okay.
up out of the water thing.
I think it's a great
I
idea
agree.
for you.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to give up your
Yeah.
robe to somebody else.
Yeah. The other thing is, okay, let's say we get past the beasts. We get to the top. Now there's the Chaos Lord.
Now what?
This big honking armored
Well, okay, so
Chaos Lord.
our objective was to try to save the people who are being kidnapped.
Right. So we don't have to kill
The
anybody.
people have
to get
been
them
turned
off.
into the beastmen.
They're lost, in my opinion.
So
We
if
don't know
we kill the big demon lord and turn the big soul sucker in reverse, then they all get turned back into people, right? And there'll be a big obvious lever that says undo at the top.
Everything is good again. I mean, yeah, but how do you kill that?
I don't know. With our
Very quietly, one at a time.
with a
One
couple
at a
of
time. Yeah,
with a couple
sure.
of spears and daggers and some rope. You tie his
I'll
ankles
definitely have to wear
together.
my hot mitts.
about the put him to sleep thing.
Could be.
Thing is big, right? It's huge. It's not like a beast.
Yeah, but-
Well, no, you're not going to get all of them, but you might get 3.
Yeah, but if we focus on the ones on our level, right? I mean, this thing is tall. It's got tall walls. You know, maybe we physically take out the lower one by the cage, and then we sleep nuke the 4 going up the ramp.
Did you just say sleep nude?
Nuke.
Oh.
Sleep nuke.
That was by a very good roll that it hit more than one person. But still, I target a creature, and hopefully
It'd be one less creature.
it'd be I'd target the big baddie if anything.
Okay, you roll a 6.
What's your range on the thing? I don't know.
Screwed.
60 feet.
Yeah, that's feeling like a challenge.
Okay, and it gets to make a save. I don't remember what the save is.
Probably will.
Will versus spell check DC.
Yeah, so your spell check DC last time we established was whatever you roll is the spell check DC. So you roll
Okay.
13, now it needs to roll 13 on its will save.
Okay. It's worth trying.
So, I don't know about you guys, but have you ever played a game and it's really hard and you just like willingly kill your character to start over again?
Just to see what happens. Well,
Start the level over
This
again.
is the boss fight.
This
yeah.
is kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Is there's a save checkpoint right now, right? So if we go die, we can rewind to here and try again.
I think so, yeah.
We had the cutscene of the boat coming over
Yeah.
here.
Unfortunately, the save checkpoint is at the beginning of the game. We bring in a whole new group and we do the whole
This
module
game
again.
sucks.
It's interesting. It's definitely more challenging than D&D because
Well,
we're just a lot lower
well,
levels,
no.
but it's...
this is just level 1. If you were level 1 in D&D, it would be just as challenging.
Well, yeah, that's my point. It's a lot more challenging than where we were at.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, there's less options, so it's usually like, well, I guess we're just walking right in the front because...
And the mechanic of having several characters means you are more cannon fodder, and the DM's not as unwilling to kill you. If you have one
I-
guy that you
attached to
spent
anything yet.
an hour creating, he's more likely to be benevolent and let you survive.
I do feel bad for killing off Ken's character, but it was a little bit of a
So
luck.
sad. So sad.
I had one guy this whole game. It could have happened to me too.
Yeah, me too.
So
And it could have happened
this
to
whole
Christian.
session, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, let's hope for more than a 3 for my luck score on the next character.
You want to roll that up right now?
Sure.
I've been burning luck to stay alive, so I'm about out.
Alright.
So you want to roll your d6s on
all my
screen?
luck on those boulders.
Yeah, we're on it. All right, strength.
So
Strength. He's rolling this, guys.
I'm assuming we're not going.
I should
back
write
for
these down.
That's a 9. It's on the screen if you.
Right.
Yeah.
A couple of leftover items we didn't
I need to
pilfer
write
from
it down
these
for the
guys.
character
I don't
sheet.
need that anymore. I have
Probably
spear.
not.
I dropped it.
9 strength. All right. Agility. Oof. What's the next one?
Stamina.
Stamina. Oh boy.
Well, they could be worse.
yes, they could.
Personality.
Yes.
There you go. I think that's still +0 though. Intelligence.
Because that's good when you're going up against
Intelligence.
30 beastmen that you be charming.
There you go.
Hey.
And,
Alright.
and now luck.
And luck. Come on, don't be all ones.
There you go.
That was better.
Nice luck. Now, I already said you were a blacksmith, so if we go to the occupations, section, occupations, table 1-3, we said, what did we say it was?
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith. He has a hammer as a club and steel tongs.
What do you have? Anything in a cage?
No, but it's in a bag outside the cage.
Steel tongs.
This is the way.
That's right.
He has steel tongues.
All right. And a D4 for hit points.
A D4 for hit points, and then I need
Plus
your
0, I think.
yeah,
It's a 0.
yeah, and then I want you to roll on the luck table.
4 HP.
What is that thing, that we have in the notes, like Speed of the Cobra or Path of the
Yeah,
Bear?
so it only the luck score is a D30.
D30? Alright.
If you have luck, a luck modifier, that modifier applies to this type of a check.
I think he has a +2 because he had
Alright,
15, right?
18.
Eight-
Guardian Angel. Saving throws to escape traps.
So anytime he rolls a saving throw to escape the track, he gets to add his luck score to that,
Oh,
or subtract if it case
His luck
would-
modifier.
His luck mod,
Hey, I actually have a positive modifier this time, so that's exciting.
and that's actually a useful one.
Yeah. What does a 15 get me? Modifier of 1? Oh,
Plus
yeah.
1? I thought it was +2.
+1. There. It changes over. Oh, 13 is a +1. Nice.
But he had more than 13, didn't he? 6,
I had a 15.
6, 11,
Spell
Still
damage.
plus 1.
15.
Still
That's
+1?
so useful.
Alright.
Terrible.
Plus 1 luck, plus 1 intelligent, plus 1 persona, and 0 stamina and strength, and -1 for agility. Okay.
So you're going to be a wizard? Is that what I mean?
Well, he has to survive first. You
Hey, we could
survive.
use another wizard. That's all I'm saying.
You survive this encounter, and maybe we'll talk about what class you are at level 1.
I feel like you need another fighter.
A
Yeah.
fighter might be a good
And I
idea.
feel like blacksmiths usually are fighters, like weapon experts, right?
Maybe they're an arcanist.
So you're going to make him
what-
start all over with a 0 character?
He'll level up when you finish this.
But then he'll be the 1 and we'll be 2.
No. What makes you think you're going to be level 2?
You guys will be 2.
I wasn't going to level you up. There's going to be one more adventure after this that I'd level you up if we continue. So that's my plan, guys, is we're going to finish this. Then we have an actual level 1 module we're going to do. And then after that, we're going to decide if
This
we...
isn't a level 1. Shit.
You don't remember the beginning of last week? Don't tell them that I did another level 0. So this is another
Oh, man,
funnel.
we're getting massacred.
Yeah, so after this, we're going to do one level 1 module. It's probably going to be another 2-3 week story arc, all right? And then we're gonna talk. Do we like this, or do we want to go back to D&D?
Okay.
Okay?
How are you liking it from your perspective?
I am liking the modules, but as I do them, I think I can do this as 5e. There's no reason I could read the same thing and manage. I'm good enough at 5e now that now the challenge is I could do it with level 1 characters easy. Level, what are we, 12, 13, 14? Where?
Yeah.
All right. So, full disclosure, when we do go back to 5e, my idea is you're a Harper agent. You've been recruited to go save Fortitude from the Purple Worm. And so you're
That could
going
be fun.
and so it's kind of going back in time a little bit. So this would be a concurrent storyline to how we ended the Tiamat.
Because we decided not to do that, so we don't know how that played out.
Right. And so unless you already have a level 12, 13, 14 character you want to use, right? I'm thinking you roll up a new character, whatever level we were. What
We were 11 or 12, yeah.
whatever we were, you're going to advance, right? So you use that advanced level 13, whatever it is, whatever it is, right? Roll up a character for that level, and go try to save Fortitude from the worm.
Can we take an existing character that could be 12, moved up to 12? Like
If you wanted to play,
Mayor Cochrane, monk,
well,
he was an agent in Neverwinter.
yeah, but he wasn't that high of a level, was he?
He was 10 when we stopped.
Was he?
Probably.
After a year.
8 or 10.
I would
somewhere
say, I would like you all to be the same level. So
I don't mind rolling up a new character.
Well, no,
Really?
could you take your level 8 and just...
I just like that he's
Advance
connected
him
to
up.
Fortitude. He's kind of wanted
Yeah.
to be a spy, anyways, an
Yeah.
agent.
I let's have fun with it, right?
Could
Let's,
write a story. Maybe
I'll
he was
think about
involved in the Harpers and heard
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
so
there's a
Fortitude's
mission
in
to
danger.
save Fortitude.
if we decide not to do this, that's what I have in mind for when we go back to 5e, right? And then once we save the Fortitude from the purple worms, then we have another decision to make of what we want to
Right.
do
There's
next.
no reason we can't bounce.
You're still
between-
recording.
I am.
Usually we don't talk shop.
Yeah. Well. All right, guys. We'll see you next week, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now next week. Tomorrow's Good Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.